Some of you guys might already know this, but yes, social media is destroying men. And unfortunately, I don't see that changing anytime soon. But in this video, I want to talk about a few things that are really affecting men via social media. But before I get into that, I just wanted to bring up a type of video topic I want to start doing here on this YouTube channel. So on every Sunday, I want to have this segment called Storytime Sunday, where my viewers, subscribers, you guys either email me or comment me either a story or a situation that you went through, or maybe one that you're currently in and you just want some feedback or some advice on what you should do or what you should have done and how you can get through it. From not only from me, but also in the comments from, us, my subscribers, viewers, and everything like that. So please start emailing me. My email is going to be in the description in this bio, or you can just comment whatever you want. And I'm going to try and pick one for every Sunday, and I'm going to make a video on it. So now with that being said, let's get started and talk about social media and the destruction of men. So the first thing I want to talk about is, yes, this is pretty common thing that's talked about a lot when we talk about social media, but yes, unrealistic expectations are caused so much. And this doesn't only just affect men, this affects women as well. But I think with men, there's an extra layer to that. Again, and I've said this before in a previous video, that what you see on social media is just a highlight reel of someone's life. It's not, I don't want to say it's not true. I mean, there's a lot of garbage that isn't true, of course, but social media doesn't tell you the whole story of somebody's life. It is just a highlight reel, and a lot of things are fabricated that you do see on there. So what I mean by that is, now this could just be just one person, or it could be a relationship that you see. Listen, couples aren't going to post their fights online, right? But if they go on a vacation, yeah, you're going to get flooded your timeline all week with the restaurants they go to, the beach they're at, the hotel they're at, the flight, all that stuff. And you're going to think, wow, I haven't been on a plane in over a year. How come I'm not, how come I haven't done this? Or, how come you haven't done this? Or how come I haven't been to the beach in this long? Or I don't even have a girlfriend, not even in a relationship. So, but you see what I'm saying, where it starts dragging you down a rabbit hole that it can just start to kind of crush your spirits and your self-esteem and just how you start feeling about yourself, because without you even realizing it, you start that negative self-talk to yourself. And it also comes from FOMO, even, fear of missing out on things in life, especially when you see people younger than you doing things that you might not have accomplished yet, or that, you thought you would have had figured out by now, or, you might have thought you've been married by now or have a kid, but you don't. But you see somebody that's younger than you that has everything, and it seems like they have everything figured out, but in reality they don't. Like, I don't know if, I know you guys watch my videos and you guys might think that I have life figured out, but I'm here to tell you I don't. I mean, maybe no one does, but I do not have life figured out in the slightest bit, and nobody truly does. I don't care what they say, I don't care what their social media looks like. Everything is not what it seems. Everything on there is not true. Majority of the stuff is fake and fabricated. And it's meant to show it's meant to show everyone that they have it all together, but in reality they don't. Okay? And it's easy to get tricked into believing that, because like I said, people aren't going to post when they get fired at their job, but if they get a promotion at this job or they get this great opportunity, yeah, they're going to post about it. Again, this can go from relationships, careers, accomplishments, or hobbies they want to do, everything like that. People aren't going to post and talk about the bad things. They're only going to post and show you the good things. But again, as men, you see these things, and even if over time, like, this is why everything is good in moderation, and social media is no different. If you consume this stuff every day, and it might, like I said, you might see something, one or two things, and you might not think anything of it. But eventually, when you keep seeing it over and over and over, subconsciously, your negative self-talk to yourself. That's what you're doing, even though if you don't even realize it in the moment. But as time goes along and as it builds up, and as, again, you keep consuming the same garbage, it's going to get worse and worse for you. And like I said, a lot of times you don't realize it until it's too late. And then you're like, damn, have I really been, why am I feeling like this? It doesn't matter. When you look at your life a lot of times is better than the person's life that you want, or the things that this person's doing. You want to be able to do these things, but you don't know at what cost. This person might have had this great, 1 week trip to this out of country, whatever, wherever you want to go, in Mexico, the Bahamas, wherever. I've never left the country, so I'm not gonna lie, I don't know too many places off the top of my head. But people do this, but you don't know, they could have paid for that whole trip and now they're $10,000 in credit card debt. You don't, or they could have took their whole savings account and dumped it into this one trip, and now they're back at zero. Yet you're just grinding away and just, building up your savings and staying out of debt, and, doing what your future self will thank you for, So, like I said, don't get caught up in the highlight reel of social media. Trust me, it's easier said than done. The best way really to do it is to not go on social media as much. I'm not saying delete it, but I mean, listen, if some of you out there, that might be your only choice. If you really can't find yourself, if you can't get yourself to come off of it, that might be your best choice, is to just delete the app altogether. But yes, that is the one part I want to talk about. And the other part I want to discuss is, I guess it's almost like, it looks like good, right? The good that comes from social media, such as escapism or you forming an addiction to certain things. So what I mean by this is, a lot of times people they might have a bad day, or they don't want to deal with their life. Maybe their life isn't going too well in reality, and they want to escape this by just scrolling endlessly on social media for hours and hours. You might not think that's, negatively impacting you, but you're wasting a lot of time, especially if you do this day after day after day after day of just mindlessly scrolling through social media. It's not helping anything at all. You might think it's helping you in the moment, but you could be doing something so much more productive instead of just endlessly scrolling. And this can start, especially on Instagram, these girls that are on there, or just anything. I mean, there's the OnlyFans, Twitter. I mean, listen, every social media app has this, of thirst traps, and those kill men. And it's something that I highly suggest you guys to not waste your time on, because remember, these girls don't even know you exist. I never follow these girls. Don't follow them. If you follow them, unfollow them. Don't like their pictures. Don't comment. Don't DM them. You're wasting your time. And that's not me trying to be negative about it or trying to bring you down in that regard. It's just opening your eyes it's a waste of your time. Don't waste your time with people that don't know you exist. They don't. So don't give them attention. Don't give them validation. What is the point, There's no reason to do that. And again, it's a form of escape, and it can become an addiction. If you start buying OnlyFans and, you start beating your meat to these girls that, remember, they don't even know you exist, dude. And it's just not worth it. It's really not. And another bad thing I want to talk about too is just gambling in general. I've had experience with gambling, sports betting. I want to save that for a video of its own. But yeah, all the advertisements you see for, especially these sports books and online casinos, yeah, just try your best not to get caught up in that stuff. It's not worth it. It can be very addicting for some people. And it's only going to lead to more problems. So if you don't gamble or bet on sports, especially if you have an addictive personality, I suggest you just stay far away from that as possible. But, I mean, listen, I'm not going to say never gamble. I do bet on sports now. I used to be heavily into it. Like I said, I'll save that for another video. But, yeah, I think that's everything I wanted to talk about in this video. As I said in the beginning of this video, please either email me or comment any stories or a situation that you're currently in, or if you previously were in, or if you're going to face this in the future, please let me know, and I would love to make a video on it, give my input, give my feedback on it. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.